10-4, bro. The vehicle's continuing.
On September 11th, 2024, a high-speed pursuit erupted in Miami-Dade County, Florida, after the Hialeah Police Department called on the Florida Highway Patrol for assistance in stopping a stolen white van. The van, reported stolen on August 31st, was linked to a previous assault on law enforcement, raising the stakes for officers involved. When Hialeah officers attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver took off, escalating the situation and prompting FHP to join the chase.
23. It's a white work van. White work van. All right, South River Drive.
South River Drive, eastbound from 826.
23. Go for it.
826 still, eastbound.
That's what I got. 854. All right, I'm taking radio traffic. North River Drive, passing 74th, going southbound. Light traffic, speeds of 79 miles an hour. And not yet, Lasso 23. It's a residential.
10-4, passing 74th.
Southbound, passing 72nd.
One trooper managed to get close to the van, but executing a pit maneuver was not an option at this point due to the heavy traffic on the road.
Speeds still are going to be 23, Lasso. 23. That's oncoming traffic, 23.
10-4.
All right, we're approaching 74th Street from 72nd towards TGK.
10-4.
Signal 4.
Miami is on top by signal 4.
10-4, bro. The vehicle's continuing.
As the suspect ran a red light, hit another car, and was stopped by a pit maneuver. Driver Noslan Ruiz fled on foot but was subdued by K-9 gunner after resisting arrest. Two passengers, Abraham Carrillo and Yamil Salas, also tried to flee but were quickly detained. All three suspects face multiple charges, including vehicle theft, fleeing law enforcement, and resisting arrest. SUV spray-painted gray, rolling down Highway 70 with tags that don't even match. That's right, someone tried to turn a Range Rover into a ghost car, but there's no hiding from the Arkansas State Police. It all kicked off just after 6:30 p.m. when Trooper Robbins spotted the suspicious vehicle and ran the plates. If you've ever thought about running from the Arkansas State Police, just ask Haley Hollingsworth how that turned out. Pinned inside her wrecked SUV, unable to open the door after a textbook pit, she was pulled out by EMS and rushed to the hospital. Multiple warrants out of Garland County and Hot Springs, one from Oklahoma, a suspended license, and felony fleeing. One reckless decision, and now she's facing a long list of consequences.
Thirty-one.
We're 31. Run 44 million. 13 left.
On December 8, 2022, in Erie County, Ohio, a trooper initiated a traffic stop after spotting a Jeep Wrangler speeding over 100 miles per hour outside of Sandusky. Upon approaching the vehicle, the trooper detected the smell of cannabis and began questioning the driver, a New York man who appeared to be using a fake ID. The trooper's attempts to confirm his identity were met with stalling and excuses. As the investigation continued, the man became impatient and attempted to walk back to his Jeep. The trooper blocked him, leading to a physical struggle. The suspect fought to break free and managed to reverse the Jeep, ramming the patrol car while the trooper was partially inside. The suspect then fled the scene, with the trooper attempting to give chase.
There was a good hit on mine.
The suspect fled at speeds over 100 miles per hour, dangerously weaving through traffic and narrowly avoiding collisions with other drivers and truckers. Troopers deployed spike strips multiple times and blocked exits in an attempt to contain the suspect to limited access roads. However, the man remained defiant, crashing through a toll plaza like a battering ram and continuing his reckless drive into Toledo.
76. Middle lane, 84. Okay, there's somebody with good spikes on the ball ahead. See if we get them. Spike to get before the state line. My spikes are destroyed. Okay, 299 is going to take over radios. We're northbound at the 203.8. Speeds 85.
85, 3.8.
76, 57's got him. I'm right behind you guys. Full green, 18 west.
With at least one, possibly two tires destroyed by the spike strips, the suspect's luck began to run out. As troopers tried to block him from an exit, the man forced his way through and attempted to pass a patrol car on a narrow ramp. In a desperate move, he rammed the patrol car in an effort to continue his escape.
Going northbound.
Northbound. MSP
31.
We're 31. Left shoulder. 76. We're 31. Left shoulder.
The man was tackled into a ravine, then launched into an epic rant that alternated between heartbreak over not seeing his son for a long time and baseless accusations of police brutality, despite no evidence to support such claims. Booked for drug possession, trafficking, identity theft, obstruction, failure to comply, assault, and felonious assault, the man had a bond set at $25,000 with full payment required. He later agreed to a plea deal in 2024, receiving 2 years each for 2 felonious assault charges and another 2 years for failure to comply. After adding 11 months for vandalism, he's scheduled for release in November 2027. 2024, when a stolen Ford F-250 tied to a burglary in Lee County, the vehicle reported stolen out of Collier County had deputies and troopers on alert. Around 9:11 p.m., troopers spotted the truck barreling north on I-75, Florida Highway Patrol. Trooper David Blake took the lead. The driver, 36-year-old David Alfonso, ignored commands to stop, pushing the stolen pickup recklessly through traffic, turning the interstate into a dangerous game of survival.
Mention on the signal 0. Can you confirm the 1020 is a 0 and 3 Oaks?
The first pit maneuver didn't stick as Alfonso wrestled the F-250 back under control and kept going down the interstate. But Trooper said, "Hold my beer," and immediately went for the second pit maneuver. At this point, Trooper's patrol car was disabled. Then Collier County deputies jumped in as primary. They tried to box the F-250 in, but Alfonso wasn't finished. He smashed through patrol cars, carving himself an escape route down Three Oaks Parkway. That's when Trooper Connor Hash stepped into the chase, taking over as primary.
At what, you've got 100 miles an hour. Collier County has a hotel truck.
After Trooper Hash's pit, the stolen truck flipped violently, rolling across the pavement before crashing out. The chaos didn't end there. Alfonso bailed from the wreckage, sprinting on foot, but with aviation overhead and ground units closing in, his run didn't last long. David Alfonso was quickly taken into custody. His charges stacked high: aggravated battery on law enforcement, aggravated fleeing and eluding, grand theft auto, burglary, reckless driving, plus an active warrant out of Collier County. To top it off, he was a habitual traffic offender with 18 license suspensions or revocations to his name. 23 in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Dispatch alerts troopers that a red Toyota Tundra, reported stolen, is already being followed by deputies. Within moments, a state trooper spots the truck, blowing past cars in a no-passing zone. Lights flip on, sirens come alive, but the driver has no intention of stopping. What followed was chaos through busy intersections, roundabouts, and neighborhoods.
Taylor Road northwest for Cross Street. You're going. Clear, 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 clear.
Marshall PD, they're coming down.
All right, going around them, going around them. On them, staying on them, staying on them. Clear, clear.
Service, I'll show you 280 on this.
just ran another red light. We're coming up on Wildcat Lake Drive.
All right, when they get advised to the Lawrenceville, heading toward Lawrenceville. He's been 1080 for about a minute and a half.
10-4 clear.
Going through the red light at Russell Road.
The suspect, identified as 49-year-old Ricky Eugene Lloyd, pushed the stolen Tundra recklessly through Collins Hill Road, running red lights, forcing cars out of lanes, and even driving into oncoming traffic to take sharp curves. Every move he made was more dangerous than the last, weaving between lanes at high speed and cutting through crowded roundabouts without slowing down.
We're driving in the center lane, still on Collins Hill, coming up on Crystal River Drive.
7690 is headed to the Loop Highway. I just want to confirm you're at CS here in District 5, but I'll go back to our channel. I'm coming up Collins Hill almost here. Alright, when they come into Hurricane Shoals.
Green light, clear, clear.
We're starting to slow down. There's a roundabout up there.
10-4, we both slowed down.
Alright, we're Northdale Road, about Lawrenceville. We're coming into the square.
We're going through the second roundabout. We're staying straight on the roundabout.
With the truck heading straight toward a heavily populated area, Sergeant Shane Pierce gave the order. The chase couldn't continue much longer. The lead trooper lined up his push bumper, waited for the right opening, and executed a pit near West Oak Street.
Get in there. Shut drive, worry about the drive.
The stolen truck flipped onto its side, skidding to rest across the shoulder and left lane while both patrol units were disabled in the wreckage. The pursuit was over. Ricky Lloyd was pulled from the overturned truck and taken into custody. He was charged with theft by receiving and felony fleeing, then transported to the hospital for treatment of crash injuries. In the end, his desperate gamble to escape in a stolen pickup ended with wrecked police cars, a violent takedown, and felony charge. 10th, 2022, Tallahassee, Florida. What begins as a routine traffic stop quickly transforms into something far more dangerous. Troopers spot a vehicle driving recklessly through the city, endangering everyone on the road. When they move in to intervene, the driver makes a choice that will change everything. The pursuit ends violently when the trooper executes a decisive maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle straight into a tree before it ricochets back into the patrol car. Within moments, the suspect is pulled from the wreckage and taken into custody without further incident. The streets fall silent again, and another lesson is etched into the asphalt. When you run from Florida troopers, the chase may end suddenly and brutally. On November 5th, 2024, a trooper right responded to a report of a stolen vehicle fleeing southbound on Richview Road near Appalachia Parkway. The trooper observed the stolen vehicle, a blue Mitsubishi, turning onto Appalachia Parkway from Richview Road at a high rate of speed. With emergency lights and sirens already activated, the trooper got behind the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop. However, the driver accelerated, initiating a pursuit.
Better stop.
The trooper rammed the suspect's vehicle, forcing it into 2 U-turns while maintaining contact, before ultimately bringing the vehicle to a stop.
Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car now! Get out the you're gonna be dogged. Come this way now! Come this way now! Get the fuck over here now! Get over here! Get over here! Get the fuck! Get out! Get out the! Get out! Get out!
The driver attempted to exit the vehicle to flee on foot, but was unable to do so as the vehicle was pinned against a pedestrian guardrail. The trooper right now grabbed his right wrist while a TPD officer grabbed his left wrist. Together, they removed the driver from the vehicle and placed him on the ground. The trooper then secured the driver in double-locked handcuffs behind his back and placed him in the rear seat of a patrol vehicle. The driver was identified as Antoine Jones, who was arrested for grand theft of a motor vehicle and fleeing and eluding. TPD transported Jones to a hospital for evaluation before taking him to the Leon County Jail for booking. The scene was subsequently turned over to TPD. May 19, 2025, Alexander police called for backup on a pursuit heading east along the South Service Road near Bryant Parkway. With multiple troopers already in the area, the chase escalated fast.
Brandon, 2263 out of 1837.
Full secondary, get on the interstate, 126 eastbound. CVI.
This had to be one of the shortest pursuits we've seen in a while. Just as Trooper Timothy took over, he ended it quickly, sending the suspect straight into the concrete barrier.
Put your hands up!
The suspect, identified as Timothy Ratliff, was taken into custody without further incident. Alexander police took over the scene, and Timothy was charged with a long list, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, and possession of a controlled substance. On April 11, 2023, Arkansas State Troopers engaged in a pursuit of a one-legged man who had stolen a van from a parking lot and was determined to evade law enforcement. What followed was an unpredictable and intense chase that kept troopers on high alert. Check out this wild pursuit and see how it all unfolded. The suspect veered onto a closed road, taking troopers on an unpredictable and unexpected pursuit. Despite the challenging terrain and the suspect's erratic driving, the troopers stayed close, determined to bring the chase to a safe conclusion.
I want you to turn around here, go back to the field of please, man. Where are you going?
Only a few patrol cars managed to make it onto the highway, continuing the pursuit of the suspect as he recklessly tried to evade capture. The chase intensified as troopers worked to bring the situation under control.
One of those bridges. We can do some spike and get it stopped.
The suspect lost control and crashed into the median, and troopers quickly rescued him from the rolled-over vehicle. What made this chase even crazier was that the suspect only had one leg, somehow managed to lead law enforcement on this high-speed pursuit. It's truly unbelievable how he managed to evade capture for so long given his physical limitations. Let me know your thoughts on this wild chase in the comments. August 26th, 2023, Trooper Joshua was on routine patrol when he spotted a Toyota SUV speeding above the posted limit. When the trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver made a split-second decision to flee, turning a simple stop into a high-speed pursuit. The suspect nearly lost control after jumping the median, but somehow managed to recover and pushed on with his reckless driving. At this point, it was clear this chase had to be brought to an end before anyone else got hurt.
County has been advised.
Certainly out coming up, Jimmy Lamb. I'm going to hit Jimmy Lamb from 0.
The suspect was all over the road, crossing medians and weaving through traffic, willing to do whatever it took to escape, no matter the cost.
I'm taking 0 right now. Yeah, got the road closed on 0. I did not see any wind. Can't get through.
Let me see your hands! Don't move! Don't move! Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground!
After a tense pursuit, the suspect was finally brought to a stop and arrested. He was taken into custody without further incident, bringing this dangerous chase to an end. The worst way to fail at impressing your girlfriend. On July 9th, 2022, Trooper Bird spotted a Dodge Charger blowing past the speed limit. He quickly moved in behind the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver didn't hesitate, and the pursuit quickly spiraled out of control.
South on Shackford, Faithful Company. That's 36. Headed toward Asher. Got a front right passenger.
The passenger could be seen sticking his hands out of the window, maybe trying to signal he wanted out, but the driver wasn't stopping. Pushing the Charger over 100 miles per hour, the suspect was making this pursuit more dangerous by the second. But if there's one thing we know, it's that a chase is in safe hands when Trooper Bird is involved.
We just turned right to go back to the stagecoach. We're on stagecoach heading toward Kentucky. Speeds 80, light traffic. Speeds 100. Trying to get into a neighborhood and actually turning on stage show. Speed 70. Light
Show me your hands!
If there's one thing that's become a constant in these chases, it's how quickly Trooper Bird shuts them down. The way he brings these pursuits to an end is absolutely incredible.
Right now! Right now! Quit talking. Keep your hands up!
I just put them out at Wayne Hart. All you had to do is stop and take a ticket. Now you're going to jail. Everybody just keep your hands up. Step out, face away from us. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Turn around. Turn around. Walk backwards to me. Turn around, walk back to me. Walk back, walk back, walk back. Get her. Step out.
Bro.
Face away from me. Face away from me.
Trooper Bird arrested all the occupants and took them into custody, bringing this wild chase to an end. Have you ever seen someone running from police in a U-Haul truck? If not, get ready for this wild chase. It all started on August 16th, 2024. Trooper Johnson observed a U-Haul heading east on Rex Road near Amberley Road. The vehicle was confirmed stolen from the Clayton County Police Department. Trooper activated the patrol car's emergency lights at the intersection of Rex Road and Homestead Drive to conduct a traffic stop, but the driver made a right turn onto Homestead Road, failing to maintain their lane, and then sped off. Trooper initiated a pursuit of the vehicle.
I'm making the left onto Minnow Road from Homestead Road. Speeds 50 miles an hour, traffic conditions light. Approaching Stagecoach Road. Approaching Stagecoach Road, just crossing over Stagecoach on Coatsworth Drive. Speeds 40 miles an hour, traffic conditions light. Going northbound on Coatsworth Drive, approaching Wilkerson Road.
The suspect was speeding well above the limit and running stop signs, making the pursuit increasingly dangerous. His reckless driving escalated the situation, turning it into a serious threat to public safety.
Neighborhood. On Coatsworth Drive, still on Coatsworth Drive.
Still on Coatsworth Drive.
Passing Adams Court, still in Coatsworth Drive. Traffic conditions light, speeds 40 miles an hour. Making a left onto Wayne J. Strokes Boulevard.
On that street.
Wayne J. Strokes Boulevard. Coming up to East Atlanta Road. Left onto East Atlanta Road. From Coatsworth Drive, vehicle slowing down a little bit. Negative, we're still continuing pursuit, passing Stokes Drive. Still northbound on East Atlanta Road, coming up to Rex Road. Speed 72 miles an hour, traffic conditions light.
While waiting for other units to join the pursuit, the trooper patiently assessed the situation, looking for the right moment to execute a pit maneuver.
Making it right onto Fairview Road, notify Henry County, I'm in Henry County. Still eastbound on Fairview Road. Speed 70 miles an hour, traffic conditions light. Plate 97 radio, see if Henry County or GSP is available.
We're fine with service up there.
Alright, so you think you can get off the road?
Crossing over Panola Road, still eastbound on Fairview Road. I will attempt.
The trooper caught up to the suspect and was ready to take action. Check out how it all unfolded.
I'm on the ground, bro.
Plate 97.
Please, I'm on the ground, bro.
I got one at gunpoint.
I'm on the ground.
The suspect was successfully arrested and taken into custody without any further incident, bringing the pursuit to a safe conclusion.
Hands! Show me your hands!
On a fateful day in Glendale, Wisconsin, 29-year-old Lil Cherry Gallion was caught running out of a Kohl's store with over $1,300 worth of stolen merchandise. The bold theft quickly escalated as Gallion jumped into a getaway vehicle driven by 27-year-old Robert Hill, who sped off in a desperate attempt to flee the scene.
We're in pursuit. We're gonna come out past, still in the bank lot, Going through the tellers here, back through the parking lot of Kohl's. They're gonna go back westbound, gonna come back out on the Bayshore. Okay, we are northbound on Bayshore Drive, passing Ulta. Again, ASU 5215. Wanted for retail theft, speeds are 40, there's no traffic.
As the suspect tried to exit the parking lot, chaos erupted. He caused significant damage, colliding with multiple patrol cars in the process. With the situation escalating, law enforcement knew they had to stop this reckless driver immediately. The pursuit intensified as multiple patrol units joined the chase, determined to bring this dangerous driver to a halt before more damage was done.
Fort Washington Road. Stop this at Fort and Silver.
Stop there. At the old parking.
Coming up to back in the wrong lanes of traffic here. Coming up to a green light. Continuing southbound. Can I pit if I have a chance?
Found on Fort Washington, passing with Keith south. Speeds are 40, lining up for a pit.
Still southbound.
Southbound and northbound lanes passing Mars. There's traffic here. Roads are clear and dry. And back in speeds are 450. We're going to go westbound on Hampton.
Losing these crashing. 24 seconds.
The suspect finally came to a stop, but that was far from the end of this wild chase. In a desperate move, he exited the vehicle and fled on foot, continuing to evade capture. The pursuit shifted gears once again as officers quickly adapted to track him down.
Stop! Get on the ground! I'm down. Stop resisting!
After a tense foot pursuit, the suspect was successfully stopped and arrested, bringing this chaotic chase to an end. He was taken into custody. The suspect now faces multiple charges, including theft for stealing over $1,300 worth of merchandise from the store, reckless driving, fleeing and eluding, resisting arrest, property damage.
Individuals running eastbound where that was traffic.
On June 1st, 2023, a Ford pickup truck was spotted speeding above the posted limit by Ramsey County, Minnesota deputies. When the deputies attempted to conduct a traffic stop, the driver decided to flee, setting off a pursuit.
321.
Speeds 96, left lane, coming from 35W, and past 35W.
Traffic continue westbound, 694, passing 35W, speed are 96.
Get up the long lane, right lane. Past the exit for Long Lake, going under the bridge down.
Light traffic.
They did a put search for it.
Passing Silver Lake.
Copy westbound at Silver.
That might be crossing a few. Lock them in, but I don't recommend it. Alright, slow down, you might get off here.
The suspect took an exit with 4 patrol cars in pursuit. He then began driving in the wrong lane, heading toward oncoming traffic. Fortunately, there weren't many drivers on the road at that time, which helped prevent any potential accidents.
Occupied at least three times. I know he's going in the wrong lane, but the speeds are down enough to get up here on the corner.
10-2-1. Watch out.
Copy, going to be attempting to pit, going the wrong lane of traffic is on Central. Kennedy Central Squad 6, take 10-1, Central Squad 2-1.
Pit, but he's going again.
Copy, pitted, still going.
Your incident has been updated.
There you go, build him in. 49 cell phone.
Continuing southbound.
After the second pit maneuver, the suspect's vehicle came to a stop, but he refused to surrender. He quickly exited the vehicle and fled on foot, continuing to evade capture.
We got individuals running eastbound towards Atlas traffic. Take run eastbound. Well, they're attempting to box that.
The suspect definitely needs to work on his stamina if he wants to flee from law enforcement, because he was apprehended shortly after and taken into custody, bringing this chase to an end. On September 7th, 2022, a trooper initiated a traffic stop on a red Pontiac Grand Prix after it passed him on the right shoulder at 50 miles per hour. Upon making contact, the trooper detected the odor of marijuana, and after questioning the driver, Eric Winfort, he began to search the car. During the search, the female passenger suddenly climbed back into the driver's seat and fled the scene, initiating a pursuit.
And my sister might have something in there as well.
Hey! Hey! Stop! Put him in custody!
Female jumped in the car on me and took off. We're almost to the bridge. Or since she stopped in traffic, she may have wrecked. She did. She wrecked out RC Stormy 1016.
After fleeing from the traffic stop, the woman crashed the red Pontiac into a box truck, splitting the car in half. The trooper advised dispatch of the wreck and called for an ambulance as the female, identified later as Brittany Johns, was found severely injured. She was taken to the hospital by EMS, and a subsequent search of the car revealed a .22 revolver in the backseat area. A check of her ID confirmed an active warrant out of Illinois for her arrest. On June 19, 2024, a smuggler driving a Ford led DPS troopers on a high-speed pursuit along US 277 in Maverick County.
Pulling out emergency traffic, pulling out emergency traffic. 702 in pursuit northbound 277, passing on London 558. Behind a light pickup, northbound, heading towards.
116 Del Rio Bell out, or correction, the vehicle went off the road onto a ranch road. I got cords when ready.
The smuggler rammed a ranch fence during the pursuit and evaded through the brush. They continued driving recklessly through multiple ranches, ramming a total of 5 fences along the way.
Warning, terrain.
And vehicle just busted through another fence. We are now northbound. I have cords for the fence. It's going to be 29 point.
Okay.
Top is going to be standby. Break. Standby. Bail out, bail out, bail out. We have bodies bailing out. Standby for cords. It's going to be top is 29. Oh, he threw his shirt off, dude. There's a blue long sleeve shirt right here.
Yeah, probably then.
Running, but they're all staying together. All right, these two just got up and ran. I have cords.
Warning, terrain.
Go ahead.
Horse patrol, hard left, to your left, to your left. Hey, troop, you're on them. Troop. 10 degrees to your left. Troop, yep.
Percent fuel?
1 second. I gotta find that other one, man. Or you know.
They got him. K9 got one.
Oh, he did?
All occupants bailed out and attempted to hide in the brush with the assistance of DPS aircraft, U.S. Border Patrol, Horse Patrol, and the DPS brush team. 5 illegal immigrants and the smuggler were arrested. The smuggler, Carlos Alberto Urbina Miralda, an illegal immigrant from Mexico, now faces multiple charges, including 5 counts of smuggling of persons, 5 counts of criminal trespass, 5 counts of criminal mischief, evading arrest, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. 27th, 2023, and Trooper William Robbins was sitting stationary when a motorcyclist flew past him at high speed. Without hesitation, Robbins threw the patrol car into drive, activated his lights and sirens, and closed the distance. At first, everything looked routine. The biker began to slow down, even signaling toward the side of the road and giving the trooper every reason to believe this would be a quick, uneventful stop. But as Robbins followed behind, it became clear the rider had no intention of pulling over, and you already know what's coming next. This traffic stop was about to turn into a full-blown chase.
You better stop. You better stop. Alright, he's taking off again. We're on the service road, headed back towards town now. Coming back up on Magic Springs. City unit.
10-4, Denver's calling them now. White male, no helmet.
Yeah, 10. Speed.
To make things more suspicious, he was carrying a backpack, and once he refused to pull over, troopers started putting the pieces together. They suspected he was carrying illegal substances, and that backpack might have been the reason he ran.
We just turned on to Crescent Avenue.
Residential area.
Yeah, 10-4.
What kind of speed you got?
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. We're in the parking lot right now. Back on Crescent. Sarge, speeds are...
Okay, if we can't get him stopped there pretty quick and he goes to getting reckless, let's 10-22 it because we don't...
The suspect clearly wasn't winning any awards for riding skills, as he nearly lost control several times, and it all came to a head when he flew through an intersection straight onto the grass. And as we all know, grass and motorcycles don't exactly get along.
10-4. I'm gonna make that call in just a second.
You're being recorded! You're being hands on your back!
In case you missed it, the suspect actually told the trooper he's being recorded. Like, seriously, you flee from law enforcement, ride like a maniac, endanger everyone on the road, and then try to drop a line like that? But it didn't help him at all. He was quickly arrested and taken into custody. And just as the trooper suspected, that backpack wasn't empty. Officers found several illegal substances inside, only stacking more charges onto what's likely a very long rap sheet by now. On October 25, 2024, Corporal Taylor Elkins informed the trooper that he had observed 4 motorcycles traveling over 90 miles per hour on Interstate 49. As the trooper headed northbound on the interstate, he spotted a motorcycle matching Corporal Elkins' description. The trooper positioned himself behind the motorcycle on Elm Springs Road, ready to initiate a traffic stop. However, the rider accelerated, running a red light and continuing north on Interstate 49 at speeds exceeding 130 miles per hour.
1037.
Copy 1037, ring all units 1063.
The motorcycle weaved across all 3 lanes of traffic, showing a complete disregard for the safety of other drivers. The trooper closed the distance, following the biker closely until another unit caught up to assist in the pursuit. The suspect was riding one of the fastest motorcycles available on the market, making it difficult for the trooper to close the gap and stop him. At one point during the pursuit, the suspect reached a staggering speed of 144 miles per hour, further complicating the chase. The motorcycle continued northbound, taking the exit at the 83-mile mark. However, the rider ran a red light before re-entering Interstate 49, continuing the pursuit northbound.
85, he's going to go back east. Negative, we're still going down the Tokyo. See the road sign, we're coming up on Olive. Smell Olive.
The trooper attempted to close in on the suspect, forcing him toward the curb, but the suspect did not crash. Instead, he managed to maintain control and continued fleeing. As the trooper got closer once again, the suspect attempted to evade capture using similar maneuvers.
Get on the ground! Now! Hands up! Hands up! Roll over! Roll over now! If you're going to roll over, I'll do it for you. Roll over. Put your hands behind your back.
The suspect crashed right in front of the patrol car, prompting the trooper to exit immediately before the suspect could get back on his bike and continue fleeing. The suspect was quickly apprehended and taken into custody without further incident. 2024, Arkansas State Police clocked a tan SUV flying down Highway 18 at 90 miles per hour, 30 over the limit. When Trooper Todd Harris tried to stop the vehicle near Leachville, the driver hit the gas. What followed was a chaotic, high-speed pursuit, with one trooper injured.
Tan or brown SUV.
Went around some bikes, so you can know oncoming traffic. Coming up on, here near Nestle.
Yep, an Equinox.
Look up behind you, he's swerving towards you.
Put him with that Charger, and before we get to Jones.
So Adam Tom John 34, Edward, ATJ 34E.
11, Jonesboro, I'm secondary, 42, I'll call it. Driving in oncoming traffic, TBI, TBI.
Trooper hit the SUV with a tactical vehicle intervention. The result was violent, and Trooper Drum's patrol car rolled multiple times into a ditch before coming to rest. Meanwhile, the suspect's vehicle was also stopped, but the driver bailed out and fled on foot. The suspect, identified as Rashun Gary, was arrested and taken into custody after a short-foot pursuit. He was checked by medics and then booked into the Craighead County Jail. He now faces felony fleeing and battery charges, and with a $75,000 cash-only bond, the judge made one thing clear: you don't put troopers in danger and walk away like nothing happened. In Polk County, Florida, on February 27, 2023, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper witnessed an accident where the driver responsible fled the scene. When the trooper activated emergency lights and sirens and attempted to pull the vehicle over, the driver failed to stop. The trooper executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to roll over. The suspect was rescued from the vehicle and arrested. Later, the trooper identified the vehicle as stolen, and the suspect was taken into custody without further incident. 2024, in Palm Beach County, Florida, when a stolen Honda Civic sitting on the shoulder of I-95 with its hazards flashing should have been the end of a case. Instead, it was the beginning of a wild pursuit. Behind the wheel was Morgan Otayak and two passengers, one who would play a much bigger role than anyone expected. When troopers pulled in behind the Civic, the hazards clicked off, and the chase began. The first pit struck true, spinning the Civic into the guardrail, but the driver fought back, powering forward like nothing had happened. Troopers weren't giving up. 3 more pit attempts slammed into the stolen Civic, each one looking like the final strike. On the second hit, the car spun hard and looked finished, but in a wild move, the suspect slammed it into reverse with the help of her passenger, backing out of the trap and tearing off again. By now, the Civic was visibly battered, sparks flying and panels crushed, but the driver refused to surrender.
Exiting northbound of Ware. 1483.
At the Blue Heron exit, the Civic was struck with a fourth pit. Metal crunched, the car spun out, and it finally came to a complete stop. 3 suspects were pulled from the vehicle: the driver, Morgan Otayek, driving on a suspended license; passenger, Jenny Sue, claiming she had no idea the car was stolen; and the rear passenger, Jose Rodriguez, the man who physically helped the driver flee and who also had 4 active warrants. Everyone was medically cleared, then booked into the Palm Beach County Jail. On August 18, 2021, a trooper stationed on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard near I-16 overheard APO-D carrier with the Savannah Police Department attempting to stop a vehicle on I-16 westbound. The driver refused to stop, leading APO carrier to pursue from I-16 to I-516, where the driver exited onto Gwinnett Street, then turned back east. Despite being informed that the officer was legitimate, the driver called 911 and stated she wouldn't stop, even with blue lights and sirens activated.
Ringing. 168.
163 westbound.
168. Well, again, it's open, yeah. Well, I think maybe you moved to Atlantic and 5-6, so that'll be a
168 ringing. Looks like we're going to get off at Channel Broadway.
As the woman took an exit, the trooper executed a pit maneuver, bringing her vehicle to a stop. He then exited his patrol car, arrested her, and took her into custody. She began to cry, claiming she hadn't seen the emergency lights, but by then it was too late.